Hey there guys, I just wanted to make a video about my first impressions of Alentia, as well as some other things, because I know I've been behind on videos in the past few weeks, and I apologize, so I guess this week is kind of me making up for it. Right now it's, what's it, 11:30 AM in England, and yeah, I'm playing the NA server. I'm not playing the EU server, sorry. So yeah, since yesterday, Tuesday, they updated with Alentia, and for anyone who doesn't know yet, you can actually access it through here, which is awesome. I'm actually, one thing I really love about this zone so far, unlike Alentia, is that we actually have 4 working channels. All of them work because I did check them all and I did go on them all. But honestly, that was one of the best things to do in this situation, because last time when we were in Alentia leveling up, everyone was just sort of like ground mobbing the PEs, and it was very hard to even get any form of contribution in those PEs, and it makes it a lot easier channel hopping just for the public events if you do miss one. There is one over here, so I'm actually going to start this one now. Right after I've done this, I'm probably going to do a quick dungeon or something, just to share about it. And I do like the dungeons a lot in this game, or the ones in Alentia at least, because they are actually more sanely soloable this time. And there's something about the first dungeon in particular that's got me really curious, and I just kind of wanted to show that off. So yeah, this zone introduced a couple of new dragons. Once I finish killing this guy, I will go on to my achievements and show you. So on our capture achievement, we go on Alentia Dragon Knight. We actually have the dungeon rares, 2 or 3 I've already got. But also in the wild, we have the Recursive Nightmare, and I'll put a picture up of that. I think it was taken on the Taiwanese server, but I think someone saw it roaming on the forums. When I found out their name, I'll credit it in the description. Dark Flame is the weird sort of spiky, unique model. I'll put a picture for that too. And it has all the Swirling Flame. I've got these weird items for it. From what people have been telling me, it's a Alabaster Sailhorn model, and you actually use these Howl Dragon Soul Resonance devices. And I don't know what that was supposed to mean. What did that mean? I don't think I clicked on it. I don't really know. But yeah. Anyway, the last one on this list is Fyonorr. Fyonorr? I'm going to call him Fyonorr because I don't think there's any cohesive way to pronounce it. But Fyonorr is like sort of a brown-white dragon, and allegedly he's the Balj of this region. As in, you can find him in dungeons at a low chance. Now, the pattern seems to be for the higher level dragons is that you will find him after you kill the boss. But to be honest, I'm not sure yet. I'm really not sure. And but yeah, for some reason in this new update, I've been getting a lot of lag, like additional lag, and I don't know why. So it's in Baalam's Lair, and that's like one of my favorite dungeons so far. I tried the other one, the Dragonic Giants, and I did find that as fun. It was a short dungeon, and I like the boss a bit more than the one in Baalam's Lair, but honestly, I just liked how easy it was to run in the Baalam's Lair, and the fact that it has got so much in it that begs me questions. So once this dude is down, I am going to head to the location. If an item hasn't got DI on it, I'm not really interested. Anyway. So there's the entrance to the first dungeon. I've already done all the quests there for it. It's just really a matter of heading inside. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. A lot of people have been getting additional lag with the update, and some people have had troubles trying to log in at all. And like, I had such bad frames yesterday. I don't really know what was causing it at all. I don't know if because of the extra little bits and pieces they just patched in, that maybe the requirements went a bit further up just for the optimization, but yeah. Not like that really matters, because I am upgrading my PC again next year, like I did earlier this year, to play this game, so there's that to be seen. Because I found out that this game wouldn't run on my archaic XP system. I had to upgrade it, so. I still think Windows 7 is pretty good. I have a laptop with Windows 8 on it, but I really not confident enough with it yet. So I'm going to kill these scorpions. I have full inventory as usual, but that doesn't really matter. I don't really care too much. It's not... I don't really have a need for money at the moment. I mean... It's not one of my key problems right now. So yeah, I really like this dungeon, because the problem I really had with Alentia was that it seemed that that dungeon was starting a trend where you would have to group up just to do those smaller dungeons, and I really didn't like that at all. Like, the whole point of Explore mode was supposed to be so you could just solo it and like experience it, and I really didn't like the amount of difficulty they bumped into it. I suppose it was kind of a welcome change from the same like easy mode trouble we've been having, but honestly, if you want to team up and do that sort of thing, that's really what hard mode is for. And I mean, if necessary, just add another difficulty. Like, that's really the way of it. I think these are really cool. These dragons are actually tameable. They're black blinktail models. So if you want a black blinktail, there's tons of those in here. There is a dungeon rare in here. I'll probably just shove the video on top of this just to show you where I found it in case it doesn't actually spawn here. But yeah, as usual with these high level dungeons, you do have to clear a couple of the foes before you can proceed. I still haven't found the fastest method of running this dungeon yet. This is actually my second run through this dungeon. Or no, maybe third, because I remember having to go through again for a quest, but something else. Those fossilized snapdragons really disappoint me because they have dragon in their name. They're dragon turtles. They look freaking awesome, and you can't tame them. And I'm like, why not? They'd make amazing tank aqua dragons, I honestly think. And I think they should be tameable. Now, can I kill these without the need to angel embrace? Answer seems to be no at the moment. Okay. If I didn't get stun on first. So there's something in this dungeon that's really piqued my interest a bit, and that is the there's this really huge pathway that just doesn't seem to, that seems to go somewhere, like forever, and I honestly think that it could be where Fyonorr spawns, and I wish I could tame those too, but I can't. They're apparently classed as corrupt dragons, because when you try to tame them, it says you were not able to capture that dragon. And that makes me sad. Part of my false hope hopes they function like Corrupt Knight and are tameable for some reason. See, that's one thing I would really like in this game is maybe some kind of faction system where you can, if you do a certain quest and you become like a villain, you can tame like the corrupt dragons, but in the process maybe you lose the access to be able to roam in the world without being PK'd, or something like that. Like, it could be some kind of voluntary PK thing. Like, I mean, it would, I suppose something like that would allow people to introduce a PK system if they wanted to. Like, the villains could, like, kill people, maybe, but, like, obviously then, but they can be killed too, so. Or maybe, if people don't really like that idea, perhaps, like, limit it to maybe a couple of high-level maps, maybe like this one, or a future one. But yeah, just over there is where the black Fyonorr spawns. And there should be one in the background that I'm showing of that particular Fyonorr. I think he looks pretty cool. I mean, he's a reuse of a model, but we haven't seen a dungeon rare Fyonorr since Satuma, so it'd be really nice for someone to actually finally get a Fyonorr if they weren't available to get one when they were in the Satuma zone, or were not lucky enough to get one from Flutes, because the rate for a dungeon rare lessens when you are higher level than it. Like, I mean, I've still had a Crowbane spawn at level 80, but it's very rare, even rarer than trying to get an Ancient, so. And hey, maybe that's why I haven't seen Onyx Smoke in a while, because he's supposed to be a level 35 Ancient. I really wish I could tame those guys, but they would kind of hurt if you tried to sit on one of them. Like, kinda hurt, I mean really hurt. Now, I haven't tried adventure mode in this dungeon yet, and I kinda want to. The only reason why I haven't here is trying to save time, but this is the type of dungeon, like, sort of like Load Arcades, where I could just totally just run straight through it, and I feel I could take on the boss without too much difficulty because of the way he behaves. Like, I like the bosses which have some kind of, like, cohesive pattern that you can actually sort of, I don't know, you can actually sort of fight against with some level of skill. And I'm using untrained dragons here because Esmeralda is still in my lair, so they will probably die quite fast. But yeah, I really like fighting this guy. He's a lot of fun. He's probably one of the better bosses that I've fought for a while. I'm going to switch out my dragons, just like you do in Pokemon when they're injured. So yeah, basically for this boss, from what it looks like, he uses this thorny attack, and it will keep stacking, and as it keeps stacking, the pain, the damage is inflicted on your character gets worse and worse. And I think mainly the goal is just to not stay at his face, which I'm failing to accomplish right now. And he'll, like, because he'll just burst needles out of his face, and it hurts. And if you take too many stacks, you're gonna die. Like, see, I've got a 30-second 8 stack of flying needles right now. And, it's actually next to impossible to just get rid of, like you, can with, what's his face? Something the Interrogator from Torin Prison. Like, it's really hard to get, like, it's easy to get rid of his stacks, but to get rid of these pain stacks is not possible unless you just fight him up close, because he'll just shoot you from a range, this guy. I don't know. I don't play a ranged class, but I wonder how it would fare for a ranged class to actually fight this particular boss. I suppose it wouldn't be too difficult, since you could just strafe out the way of its thorns, but I don't know, this is kind of more interesting, and I would like to do this a couple of times on adventure mode, deeming I get the chance to when I hit 90. And I have better gear. Because if I don't have good gear, then I will die horribly. Maybe the only reason why I'm being able to beat him right now is because of the current gear I actually have on my equipment. And, come on. He does this weird dash, and he keeps digging like Androlux. It's kind of annoying. So far I haven't found any major bugs with that boss, but I'm still wondering what those colourful crystals do, and did I just see a double? That's really cool. I'm gonna take that. Find space. I really hate these coins. I'm getting rid of those coins. Wow, so that's pretty cool. At least it's not an amulet like I got the other day. Double max stats. And full ferocity is not bad at all. Not bad. If I find a blue piece of gear, I will probably try to transfer either one or both of their stats over, because they're both really good. It's a shame I don't have a third stat on there, because then I could try for a 110%. Anyway, since the boss is killed, I'm now going to show you that really weird area that I found. Oh god damn it, I didn't want to double tap like that, but whatever. Anyway, so if I go back up here, it didn't look like the path actually forked that much, aside from that one point where that dungeon rare is alleged to be the Thornlash one. But if you go a bit further up here, there's actually a way to go up, and it goes on for quite a while, I have to say. And of all places in this dungeon, it seems like the most viable place for Fyonorr to spawn, if anything. So we have this area, and you know, it's just like black on the map, and there's no map for it. But you can actually walk here, and there's tons of mobs here to fight you as well. So it's not like it was something you weren't supposed to go to in the first place. Like, it seems like an intentional thing. Like, there's even... Because usually when... I remember in Ivana's Omen, when you climbed up the hill where those dragons were, and they didn't have HP, or like, you couldn't even interact with them, you just went through them because they were supposed to be scenery. But these monsters aren't scenery, they're just, they're actually active, and they actually fight you, and they actually do all sorts. And that makes me kind of thinking that this is where it spawns. But where exactly, I don't really know. I can hazard a few guesses, but that's the most I can do. If it fits with the pattern with other ancients, which I'm probably going to say this one isn't going to fit the pattern of Twilight Ocean and Rook and whatever, I would think it would spawn closer to the boss end of this pathway, but honestly, since this goes all the way back to the beginning, I think they actually kind of want you to run all the way back to the beginning and through this area just to get to it, maybe. I have a lot of mobs chasing me right now. I should be able to clear them, or I might die, I don't really know. So yeah, this keeps going and going and going and going. And it's quite ridiculous how far it actually goes, and it's not even mapped. And it even sort of overlooks as well. So maybe something's found here, who knows. I'm just going to clear these because they're annoying me. Oh, I'm gonna leave you alone. You have high defense. Anyway, so I'm going to go to the other side now. So it's not even mapped. It's not even mapped. Like, it's such a huge area. Like, if I expand this, you can see how far away I am from the actual map itself. It's ridiculous. And I think it's kind of intentional, but the only problem I have with something so huge like this, and like massive, is that it's going to be really hard to track down its exact location, because it's such a wide area. You'd have to run so far and spend so much time looking each time you reset. Which makes me also think it might have more than one spot. I don't know. I know someone was saying to me, and I can't confirm or anything, but someone was saying to me that in your directs, Twilight Ocean might be, have more than one spawn. And I sort of thought about it for a bit, because I considered how big your direct's thunder is, but right now I can't really prove that, obviously, until someone does come along and prove it. So there we go. And yeah, this just keeps going and going and going, and it actually goes all the way back up to the boss area on the opposite side. These things are so... And it's not like the pathway's hard to get through this. Look, there's even a pathway where you're supposed to walk through. I don't know why that frog does nothing. Like, it's like sort of scenery, like the Advantage Omen things. That one's actually dead. Maybe it was supposed to be dead like the others, but it wasn't for some reason. Yeah, and I think this is really interesting because of the way it is. And it's not like you're not supposed to get here. It's actually really easy to get here. Maybe just supposed to be sort of secret. Well, it's not anymore. If it was debunked on day one, then it's not really a secret. There's just such a pathway for this, though. Like, there's even a little crevice down there, but I don't think that goes anywhere. It'd be too small to have anything in. And it goes all, even goes all as far as around here. Where these spiders are. And even these aren't even scenery. So I really think that this is supposed to be a place where you find Fyonorr. I don't know where, but somewhere around there. And god damn it. I hate when I cannot see anything. Oh, well, that killed them. But yeah, that's what I think. I think somewhere down this secret pathway here is where Fyonorr spawns. And it's probably, I'm gonna bet 100% it's gonna be exactly the same rate just to piss people off. But I suppose this what keeps the dragon rare, and I would probably like it to be a bit easier. I've been hearing like 1% and stuff, but I would kind of... It would be really nice if more people made a log of how many runs they actually did, or at least a rough estimate, so we can actually find out what the new rates are, if there are any. So this has been Heroine, I guess, and I'll continue playing Alentia. It's a lot of fun. I like it a lot more than the Alentia, mainly because the dungeons are actually soloable this time. And I also like the fact that there are some very interesting things, like the, for instance, we have the little resonation device. We really don't know what it does yet, but it seems interesting, and I'm going to keep with it, so... I'll catch you later, and thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Bye.